We're live. We're live. We're live.
Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Maybe what you're getting into. I don't know what your name is or what your claim is, girl, but I ain't leaving without you. Kidnapping song.
I cannot with you. I cannot with you. Let's start the show. Right back in a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to you each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like.
Like. You know how we do. You know how we do. We want you to comment, like, share, and if you're watching us on the YouTube, then subscribe so you don't miss any of the shenanigans going forward.
So shenanigans going forward. I am happy that we have Friday here, and I'm happy that we're on habit number 7.
Today's not Friday.
Oh gosh. Take back everything you said.
You have me questioning my whole day plan.
This is Thursday. You know what? Let's start over. I'm
All
happy
right.
that this is Thursday. God has blessed me with a wonderful schedule today that I get a chance to be helpful to people. I learned something this morning from Cortez.
It's awesome. If you don't catch Cortez, shame on you. We got all of this amazing programming on the Empowerment Network. Just get up a little bit earlier, 8 o'clock with Cortez, 8 o'clock a.m.
So right here on the same channel, you
Right
know how
here.
to find it.
Right here.
Man, he said something today that just struck in my spirit. He goes, who do you need to be on your game with today? Who do you need to be at the top of your game with today? And he says, not only I want you to think about the people that you need to be on your game with, but speak their name out loud.
Come on now. Call them out.
I did. You know, there's 3 people I know I need to be on my game with, besides you wonderful people.
Absolutely. But you know what's funny? I actually believe that, Big Brother's watching, because how many times do you actually say something and then as soon as you bring up your Facebook or your browser, there they are. So you know what? Say it. Let the universe bring them to you.
You know what? That is right. Because how many of you guys, especially entrepreneurs, have a client or a prospect that you've been wanting to follow up with and they didn't take your call? What if we just said their name in front of our laptop?
Their name.
How cool would that be that you can kind of summon them to you? And isn't that almost the truth?
It is not almost the truth. Some people use their powers better than others. My mother has been summoning me for years. As you know, we don't talk every day. Me and my mom don't talk every day. But when she want to talk to me, I can hear it. And sometimes I can even feel it. Like, oh, I'm sorry, Mom, I'm calling you. What is it?
Maybe that's the beauty of the formula that was put forth in the classic book Think and Grow Rich, about at the end of the day, when you read your goals, you read them out loud. You read your goals out loud before you go to bed.
So that you can attract them to you.
Amazing.
Summon it forth.
Did I just stumble on personal genius for me? Maybe you picked up on it too, but for me, that was genius.
Yeah, I think it is. I think a lot of the genius is because some of the things that we were taught didn't make sense, that we were convinced through training and through limiting beliefs that others had didn't exist, kept us from manifesting things that we were intended to have. Because I think, I'm sorry, because I have to believe that there was some energetic premise around the desire to create the telephone, that it was actually part of the universe plan, if you will. Now, it was manifested with men, just like many of the things that were created just because of you, but that it was already intended.
Well, he was trying to invent a hearing aid for his wife.
Because doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what caused something to happen.
Right.
Because sometimes the cause has to be personal enough to make someone take on that global responsibility.
Mhm.
It's quite possible that if somebody had, even if the Lord himself had put it in spirit, you're going to create a telephonic device that will allow people to communicate from one side of the earth to the other without wires, all of these different things, then he might have just thought he was crazy. He may have committed himself to an insane asylum. Sometimes that thing that you're supposed to do seems too big. And I believe that that's why sometimes we go through circumstances where we almost are in that no other choice mode, because then you don't have time to worry about if it's crazy to somebody else.
That's right.
You don't have time to worry about if it makes sense to anybody. It has to happen. It's life or death. It's
That's
live
right.
or die.
That's right.
And so that's why I often believe,
And those things happen when that situation happens, and often they happen easier.
absolutely. I was listening to a wonderful deaf comedian yesterday that
Was deaf like in can't hear, or deaf like he was flying through a dress and
no,
flew?
she was deaf as in she could not hear. For the first 5 years of her life, she could not hear at all. After age 5, she got hearing aids, and she learned how to read lips and hear a little bit and all those different things. But her story was, to me, almost like another play on the two frogs in the hole.
Okay.
Because so many things happened to her, and this last thing that happened to her, she got run over by a Jeep.
Damn.
She had a life up until the age 20. Her life was effed up. She actually tried to commit herself 5 times. Suicide, kill herself 5 times. Right. At the end of this last time, she actually got hit by a Jeep, and she didn't get hit by it yet. She got knocked down and it was going over her. She put her elbow up underneath the car to keep it from hitting her, and the Jeep caught the elbow and twisted her so that she was underneath the car. So, right, what's the luck of that, right? So now you got mangled underneath the car. This is a comedian, and it was funny, but she didn't tell that. She didn't tell that part funny. She didn't tell that part funny. The audience was like in tears, crying, sadness, not happy. And then she was in the hospital for however many months, trying to recover from this and all of this in a wheelchair. And they told her that she would never walk. And then the punchline is, so I just got up and walked out of there because I can't hear.
Wow.
And to me, that was like, how many things can you actually accomplish because you stop listening?
So you chose not to listen to that person or those?
Chose not to. She had the benefit.
She had the benefit. She didn't have a choice.
Right, of not hearing. Right, she had the benefit of not hearing.
Doctors with these prognoses just kill me.
Absolutely,
They told her that you're never going to walk again.
Never walk again. Not even with physical therapy.
Now, she couldn't even hear them, so she just got up and walked out of there.
Got up and walked out.
Now, wait a minute. Did you hear that point? She got up and walked out of there after she didn't know that she wasn't supposed to walk.
Right. And here's the best part. Right? So she had this epiphany, and in the epiphany, she said, wait a minute. So I'm born and I can't hear. No. Then I am in the 2nd and 3rd grade and I can't learn because I can't see. The teachers are talking to the board and I'm deaf, so I can't hear what they say. I turn around and listen to the students to try to see what the students are saying, and by the time I look at them, they stop talking, so I can't make it out. I am not making any friends. I'm all by myself, and I'm told that I can't learn. So I can't hear, I can't learn, and then I try to commit suicide 5 times, and I can't die. So I've decided that I'm going to stop listening to all of these people who tell me what I can't do, because obviously I can. And you know what? I am telling you that if you can just get to that place where Nobody else's opinion matters. Whatever went on in your heart to bring you to the place that you believe and see what you think or whatever, then it is for your good. It is a purpose. Lanita, good morning. Charmaine, good morning. Brittany, hey, Yvette, thank you guys. Good morning. So here's what I got also yesterday, because some of you guys know that yesterday I had the opportunity to spend the day preparing for my class, which I taught last night, which was phenomenal. The Bling 101 class, where I taught people how to design and cut their own templates so that they could create rhinestone paraphernalia, memorabilia, whatever on their own. And it was awesome. And here's what I thought about that, even up until getting ready to plan and prepare for that class, was how are you going to start doing another thing? You're a publisher, you're a coach, how many things do you want to have? How many things are you going to be? How many things are you going to do? And I began to get discouraged because there's so often this message that you get to be an expert in one thing. And then I remembered the parable of the talents. I remembered that, yes, there are some people that are only the expert in one thing, that there are also some people that are only the expert in 5 things with the 5 talents. But there was also one who God entrusted with 10 things. And if he put it in there, he put it in there for a reason. He put it in there as an encouragement to me that to whom much is given, much is required. And he has been giving me much, 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 much after much. I seek after doing diligence and all those things, but I will no longer put a limitation on God's ability to use me in diverse ways. I am a coach. I am a healer. I am a publisher. I am a speaker. I am a wife. I am a mother. I am a blinger.
You know, when you were telling that story, I was thinking of what was that? Does it bring you joy, that game? You know, touching your clothes. Does this bring me joy or not? And if it does bring you joy, get rid of it.
Yes,
if it does bring you joy, keep it.
The Spark Joy Method.
Spark and Joy.
Marie Coy is her name.
Well, the point was, what I heard was, yes, you do those things. Those are your professions, and you love them, and you love your clients too. But blinging also brings you joy.
It really does.
Apparently, you like it.
I love it. But last night allowed me to combine 2 things, because not only do I love to bling, I love to teach.
Yes, you do.
I love to teach. And I am telling you, I am good at it. And I am good at it. We got so much positive feedback on that class last night. And I am telling you,
Deborah.
Whew,
yes, I truly believe that you can be used in diverse ways. Talents. Dr. Beverly says, hello, everyone. Cynthia Murray says, good morning and happy Thankful Thursday. Good morning to you, Sister Yvette. We are still journeying. Today is day 7. The last of the 7 habits of highly effective people. And the habit's titled, Sharpen Your Saw.
Well, before we get to habit number 7, let's go ahead and recap all the habits.
Okay.
All right. So again, just for the people in the back, we are reviewing the 7 habits of highly effective people, which is a book, a best-selling book by Stephen Covey. Do you have any backstory on why or when he wrote that book? Okay, it's okay. It's okay. You do that to me all the time. You throw me under the bus like, so tell us about.
Are you not ready? That's how I keep you on your toes, baby. That's how I keep you on your toes.
So number 1 is be proactive.
Be proactive.
Absolutely.
Create the circumstances that will produce the conditions that you're wanting.
Absolutely. Number 2, begin with the end in mind.
Decide what you want to look like, be like, do like, all that before you begin it.
Before you start, first things first.
That's right. First things first. Let me say, I'm Papa. Freaks all the honeys, dummies, Playboy bunnies, those wanting money. Those are the ones I like because they don't get naked.
I cannot.
But
I cannot. You're done. You're done. Habit number 4.
Think win-win. Think win-win. I think the word think win-win is the key. You know, can we both win here?
Think. There was a episode of Food That Made America that there was a collaboration that ended up being very, very effective.
Hershey's and Reese's. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Instead of competing, they thought win-win.
They thought win-win. Habit number 5.
By the way, Lisa and I are journeying through Foods That Built America. It's just a wonderful series. It's on Hulu right now.
Yes. Habit number 5. Seek to understand before being understood.
Which I think is the harmony habit. Keeping things together. If you both seek to understand before being understood, harmony can happen.
Absolutely. I think we would avoid more wars that way. If we could just get that mindset into the minds of everyone. Number 6, synergize.
Your opinion plus my opinion equal 3 opinions.
Yes.
It's not 1 + 1 = 2. It's 1 + 1 = 3. Can we both come together and make up something better than we could have on our own?
Absolutely.
And number 7.
Number
Sharpen
7.
the saw.
Sharpen the saw. You want to tell the story?
Yeah, there's a couple of stories. First one, you've heard the adage attributed to Abraham Lincoln that if I were given 8 hours to chop down a tree, I would spend the first 6 hours sharpening my axe. Another story, the two great lumberjacks getting together for the lumberjack competition. They both have an axe. They both have huge trees to chop down. And the contest to see who can cut down these trees the fastest.
Hey,
when your mark gets set, go. Both lumberjacks start chopping away. They're chopping away. After about 20 minutes of chopping, lumberjack number 1 stops and he goes over to the stump and starts sharpening his saw. Lumberjack number 2 sees that happening and he figures he could get ahead and he just keeps on chopping. After about 5 minutes of sharpening, lumberjack number 1 goes back to the tree, starts chopping again, making good headway. And after about another 30 minutes, the first lumberjack stops chopping again, runs over to the stump and starts sharpening his axe some more. The second lumberjack sees this guy taking breaks, sharpening his axe, and he just keeps on chopping away, thinking he can get ahead.
Oh, man, you over there resting, taking time outs and everything?
Sharpening your axe. I'm going to keep going.
Keep going.
That's right. The first lumberjack goes back over and chops, and he continues on until the tree is over. Chops down the tree. The second lumberjack, who never stopped to sharpen his axe, was barely halfway through the tree. Now, what's the message in that story? There's a few of them. Taking time to sharpen your axe, you get ahead much faster. Not taking time to sharpen your axe, you are losing ground. You're slowing yourself down. You're fooling yourself to think you're getting ahead.
You got a false sense of progress.
Yes.
You got a false sense of progress.
Not taking time to take that class. Stopping what you're doing to take a class is a way to sharpen your saw.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Speaking of which, last night's class really went well. If you did not take the class, the Learn to Bling Class 101, I will be teaching it again in 2 weeks. But next week, we will have Learn to Bling 201, where we will actually do a little bit more complicated design together. That link will go up at noon today, and I am excited for all of those who want to take this journey in Bling with me.
Yeah. Again, taking time to sharpen your axe. There's things that you're endeavoring to do right now. Are you learning about it? Are you getting any coaching on that thing that you're endeavoring to do right now? Come on, baby. Stepping on all my lines. But anyway, are you getting any coaching in it? That is a way to sharpen your axe. If you're given the rest of your life to do something, shouldn't you spend some time to sharpen your axe? Sharpen your game. How can you sharpen your axe? What will be the value of sharpening your axe? How do you sharpen your axe? Sharpen your game. Go to comments, please.
It is important for you to really focus on what using all of these habits together. Because if you begin with the end in mind, and if you are proactive, if you are being mindful of what it is that you are endeavoring to do, then you can decide what goes first, second, and third. And you will not forget to include the things that are necessary to accelerate the growth that you're doing, which is why within the 5-step manifestation process, after we decide what you got, how it goes together, what you want, we do the specification and the clarification. And those are the 7 habits. Actually, they're the first 5. What they are is identifying what you already have and figuring out, do you need coaching? Do you need resources? Do you need funding? Are you going to need additional support? Are you going to need a team? Is this something that you can do alone? And all of those things together will help you to get the success you want. That is sharpening your saw, is taking the time out to get ahead. It's taking a time, breaking from that hustle, bustle, to do what's needful, operating in your second quadrant activity.
Yep, maintenance. And sharpening your saw includes not just the know-how, but it also includes your physical fitness. It also includes your spiritual attention, your spiritual fitness. All of that stuff takes time. Taking time to engage your spiritual self, your physical self, all of that stuff is a part of sharpening your saw, sharpening your axe, sharpening your game.
That's right, absolutely. And all these 3 things go together: dream, plan, execute. You got to do them all together. I just wanted you to see my glutes.
Yes, you do.
You're good.
They're good. Happy Tuesday to you, Brother William.
Happy today. Happy today.
Happy today to you, Brother William.
Because today's Thursday.
Yes.
Not Friday and not Tuesday.
There's this classic story, U.S. Steel. They're one of the biggest companies in the world. They have factories running 24 hours a day. They have machinery running 24 hours a day. And so they hire, they have machinery running constantly, okay? They hired this guy, this manager, to keep productivity up. And he decided to run them 24 hours a day instead of just regular hours. You know, he's decided to run around the clock, just hire more people. Mm-hmm. So instead of working regular hours with the same machinery, and he decided to just run it all the time, okay? Now, with running the machines all the time, he had this guy on the team says, look, we're gonna have to do some regular maintenance on this machine.
I'm good.
He goes, no, we don't need to do regular maintenance right now. We got to keep productivity up. We have a mark that we have to hit, so we don't have time to shut down these machines. We got to keep going, okay? And they kept going, and the guy would occasionally say, look, we haven't done any maintenance on these machines in a long time, okay?
Just thought I'd let you know.
Yeah.
I dealt with that. I actually ran into him. And now my virtual world.
Wait, let me finish the story, please.
Yes, go ahead.
So occasionally do that, and then what happened was the machine ran out of oil or whatever. The machine broke down, okay, and then it wouldn't work any shift until they got that machine fixed. And that machine was down way too long, and every single day that machine was down was costing the company millions. Costing them millions because they supplied the whole country in steel and all that. So it was very, very expensive. And that leads into knowing where to tap. Okay. But all that story is the same. Okay. Now go ahead. Do you want to say your thing?
Absolutely. No, I think that's a real life example, because so often, thank you, Stephanie. She said, I love your dream shirt. It's dream, plan, execute. Thank you. So often that happens because we are focused on one thing. We're only focused on one thing. We're focused on the final outcome, and that is it. And sometimes we forget to integrate in there all the pieces that go along with it. I remember back working for IBM, much of what my career was in problem management. And unfortunately, that meant that we were fixing things more than we were maintaining things. But our team, even though they were a problem management specialist, they were of the awareness that, look, if we had just done this, then we wouldn't have that. And we would often try to report to the executives, you know what? We need to shut down this weekend to do this and this. Your problem management. You just keep it up. Just keep it up. We could have mitigated. You know, you can mitigate.
What I just heard, if we just shut down this weekend, okay, if we was to take a break from this for a little while, okay, you know, just take a break. This makes, we say it every week, let your week end. But we also recognize that it's so easy for entrepreneurs that work like we work, you know. You have a laptop, you have a cell phone. You can work whenever you want to.
Absolutely.
Okay? It is so easy to work every single day.
And it's important not to. You got to have some recreation time.
I want to speak to that person who feels guilty when they take downtime. Okay. Do you know anybody like that? Do you know anybody like that intimately? Where when that person takes a half a day, just, okay, I'm not going to work at all this morning. I'm just going to veg. Okay. First off, a lot of those people that do that, they don't even know how to take a day off. They don't even know how to veg.
Well, that's me. I feel so guilty vegging out, doing nothing.
You don't even know how to do that. But is that a strength?
It's not.
It's not a strength.
It's not a strength, which is why I'm glad that I have found a hobby that I really enjoy.
Blinging can be that for you?
It is that for me.
I pray that it doesn't become just business.
No. You know what? That's a blessing. That's part of the blessing in the talents that God has given me. Every book that I get to help bring to life, it is a blessing. It is. I can get lost in my work. Yes. I wish, however, now I do love, since we're speaking things into existence, I do love blinging. I am enjoying my blinging business and my bling training. I enjoy my publishing business and my coaching. I enjoy my podcast training and my podcast network. I enjoy my coaching people to podcast themselves. I enjoy every element. I enjoy my virtual launches, all those things. I wish that I could find a habit that I enjoy that doesn't require me to be sitting in front of the computer.
Yeah. My habit that doesn't require me to sit in front of this computer and allows me to rest is a cigar. Okay.
Yeah, but it's still sedentary. I want a non-sedentary.
Like what? Go ride a bike or something, or play pool, or that used to be my thing. Playing pool every day.
Playing pool and bike riding does not sound appealing to me.
Because everything you suggest, you're just gonna keep shooting.
No, I want to find something that's good. Well, I wonder if roller skating.
Well, here's the thing. I want to say this too about the when you do find that habit that you're seeking. Here's the challenge, though. Cigars are on my schedule every day. It's on my schedule to take a downtime at 2 p.m. I used to have it at 3, now I moved it to 2 p.m. Okay, because my evenings have gotten a little bit busier. So, but what's happening sometimes is I end up taking calls during my cigar time. And my wife has cautioned me about this several times. And my cigar time ends up not being cigar time. It just ends up being work time with a cigar. Okay. And then when I finish my stick, I don't feel like I had a break at all. I'm going back to work and don't even feel like I had a break, you know? So then I find myself tired earlier and my evening's not getting the same energy because I didn't have a break. I had a cigar, but it wasn't a break.
Yay! And I love the bling specialist. I was trying to think of a name, but Stephanie said, I hope you join the heart-to-heart conversations with Stephanie today at noon Eastern, featuring Lisa Santiago McNeill, the coach's coach, the bling specialist. We are talking about women empowerment. Oh, that's a good question. How do you protect your recreation and not feel guilty about how much time you really need?
Yeah, that's a good question. You got a good answer, Bill? I hope you have a good answer.
That's a great question, because not only do we feel guilty ourselves oftentimes, we also project our feeling about it on other people. I think I used to have a much more harsh projection of how I felt about people who were protecting their self-care, because I was not a self-care person. I was a other care person. And so I projected on people who were taking care of themselves, selfish. I projected lazy. I projected uncaring. I projected these things on them that were wrong. They were inappropriate. But I know that I did. I know that I was raised that way. I was raised that you don't sit around and do nothing. Like when you were at home before my grandmother got home, and you heard the door open, you better get a rag in your hand, you better get a broom in your hand or something, because if you just looked like you were sitting there doing nothing, then you were going to get an earful, and you might get a behindful too.
Now, here's the thing about that. There's one other underlying thing that makes it difficult for people to sharpen their saws or to take a break, is that they need the money. Okay, they need the money.
Yeah.
Last night, I got interviewed by a wonderful interviewer. She was great. And she was talking about, what about these entrepreneurs who is all about the money with them, and you could tell on their face that they just trying to make a sale. Okay. And I had went and told her, I had talked to her, but as she was asking me these questions, I could just see those entrepreneurs' faces. They want to be helpful, but the underlying, they really need the money.
Yeah, they got to pay a bill.
They got to pay a bill. They got to crack a nut. They got to keep a light on or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they need the money. So I had to say to her, that's one of the reasons why you need sales skills and sales training, because you want to be helpful, but that I need money flashing on your forehead makes you come across that way, and you're not trustworthy in that moment.
And you, in all honesty, you're not doing your profession any
favors.
Yeah, you're not doing your profession any favors. I don't really think I have to do it very much anymore, because I think it's naturally to me. But we get to make sure that the person who is on the other side of what you're offering needs what you're offering, is in a position to make that decision for themselves, and that you are simply presenting them with the best opportunity for them to do that.
But I need money now.
Yeah. Dr. Deborah says, most of what I enjoy is sedentary. However, I do love being in the water. But of course, I have not been able to do that. Yes, absolutely.
Dr. Deborah's going to end up putting a pool or a hot tub at her own house.
A hot tub would make it sedentary.
So,
no, we
the bubbles move. I
Oh.
don't even think a hot tub is sedentary, but it is. It is. It is. If we had a private hot tub here, how often would you use it?
Every day.
You say that.
But the problem would be, I would probably figure out how to work from in there.
Wow. See?
Yeah.
You're trying to figure out how to take calls. You might even schedule calls.
Yes.
For when you're in the hot tub.
Yes. Glenda said, hobbies are great, and the sense of creation is a great feeling. Absolutely. I definitely agree. So sharpening your saw is
what can you do today?
To
sharpen your saw.
And and sharpening your saw is not only about recreation and downtime, it is also about fine-tuning your knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Getting your skills sharp. And I used to have this thing, after we define what's the key areas of your business, can you get 1% better from week to week?
Mm-hmm.
Can you get 1% better at following up with your clients? Not 50%, just 1% better.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get 1% better at presenting your services? Can you get 1% better at the key areas of what you do? And I tell them, if you get 1% better each week, after about 4 or 5 weeks of resolving to get 1% better in the key areas,
mm-hmm.
guess you're not 4 or 5% better at your game. You're like 40% better or 50% better at your game
mm-hmm.
with the resolution of getting 1%, just 1% better from week to week. Does anyone agree with that premise or disagree with that premise of resolving to get 1% better at offering your services or following up? 1% better at LinkedIn, 1% better at YouTube, 1% better at how you manage your social media in general.
Absolutely. If we can just try to get 1% better,
Brittany,
then we can really make some things happen. Bill said, that is hilarious. The bubbles move. I know. Brittany says, I enjoy getting my hair done and my nails done, and I enjoy taking care of me. I enjoy writing. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that could be her thing. And then Brittany also, how do you sharpen your saw? How do you get better at what you do.
Mhm.
Better as a preacher, better as a teacher, better as a writer, better as a whatever.
As a whatever. Last Sunday night, oh my goodness. That was another thing that I've always wanted to do, and I would really love doing it again, right? It was blinging and singing. Blinging and singing.
When you had your chat up in here?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Dr. Deborah says, I'm thinking of taking Lisa's class, Attraction Marketing. Again, I love that class and I need to take more notes. Well, it is available at IamLisaSantiago.com. Go to Bling and then the Business and Technical Training. It is right out there for you. And it was a hoot. I really enjoyed teaching that class as well.
Do you feel blessed?
Blessed.
Do you feel blessed?
Blessed.
I want you guys to just think about that for a second. Do you feel blessed? Are you grateful for anything right now? Are you grateful for anything right now?
Gratefulness will take you to another level.
This morning, my wife and I were walking around the house, overhearing each other, giving God glory. I was shouted out downstairs, "Thank you, Lord," or something. He's like, "What happened?" "Nothing. I just heard you giving thanks. I'm going to give thanks too."
And the glory to God. I'm grateful. I
We'll have to have another event. You done blessed us plenty right now.
That's right. Brenda says, good morning. I so agree with 1% better. I'm going to work on sharpening my saw today. Thanks for the topic and the reminder. You're very welcome. Melissa says, life begins when you get outside the comfort zone. I think to be better, we need to push ourselves outside of the comfort zone.
That's another one that's a little bit tricky, Melissa, because we get so good at staying within our own comfort zone that anytime we do something that feels the least bit uncomfortable, we quickly retreat back into it. Even though we might desire to get outside the comfort zone. For example, I am not good at speaking in public, for example. So I'm gonna schedule a live webinar that forces me to have to say something outside in public. Shouts out to Melissa Price for doing that. Okay. And then once the webinar starts, you have guests and you let the guests do all the talking.
Good morning, Leanne.
Good morning, Leanne.
Brittany says, listening to other preachers, mentors, and coaching, that's how I get better with my gifts.
That's a great way.
Amen. That's a great
by
way.
hearing. You get colored by the people that you listen to. You become a part of that.
Yes, you do. And speaking of becoming a part of something, guess who's on Clubhouse? Guess who's on?
I'm on Clubhouse as of yesterday afternoon. My beautiful wife helped facilitate that. So now I'm on Clubhouse. And I watched the training video on how to use Clubhouse yesterday. That was great. This morning I woke up. Now I have 22 followers. I haven't done anything yet.
That's right. You can follow him yourself at Brian K. McNeill on Clubhouse.
Now I'm going to do some of my own Clubhouse rooms. But today, if I find time today, and I think I will have some time this afternoon to listen in on other folks' Clubhouse. But help me with a suggestion. I'm the sales confidence coach. And I think one of my first rooms I'm going to give a conversation about is what scares entrepreneurs. Would that be a room that you go in?
Well, I think that you need to make sales evident in what you're talking about in your room.
Yeah, I want to keep sales evident.
You want to keep sales evident. So what scares you about selling, or how to overcome your fears about selling, or the secrets to selling?
How to sell when you don't like selling? Those are topics.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Brittany does some Clubhouse rooms as well. She does some prayer rooms. And I would encourage you to do that. I actually have an author club on Clubhouse that I'm still shaping it out, because I actually stepped away from Clubhouse. It was overwhelming to me. It was
and it can be
I have too many things to do, and it's another sedentary thing to do. So
one of my friends who's kind of a de facto coach on Clubhouse, I watched her video on how she made 20 grand in 14 days on Clubhouse. She did a video on how she made $20,000 in 14 days on Clubhouse. And I can see how she did it. She ended up with one client out of the 14 days. She did several. She made more than 20 grand. but she ended up with one client that bought her for a year her $20,000 package. That's done.
That's a misleading.
You think that's misleading?
Yes, I do. But that's a whole nother situation. Leanne says, nothing changes until you change. It's called the comfort zone, but it's really bondage with no bars. Absolutely.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
It's now 2 minutes past the time. Let's do songs. Again, today's topic is habit number 7, sharpen your saw. We appreciate you guys taking this journey with us.
Absolutely. Brittany Ziegler Woody,
Good morning, Miss Brittany Ziegler Woody.
You gotta help us. Brian did the song and I can't remember what it is, so I'm sorry.
But you deserve one.
Yes.
Brittany. So we'll find a new one if you can't remember either.
Absolutely.
But dear Yvette, dear Yvette, dear Yvette, dear Yvette, good morning to you.
Good morning to you. There you go. Asking for the business would be a good Clubhouse topic. I like that.
Thank you. Asking for the business.
Leanne says Clubhouse drives me crazy. I haven't figured out how to make it work for me. That is interesting. And Lanita Sakina Fee Fi Fofina. Lanita. Good morning, Lanita. We missed you. Haven't seen you in a bit. Hey, Charmaine. Hey, Charmaine. It's what you call them there, yeah. And Dr. Deborah, healing and deliverance coach. Mm-hmm.
Anything Brenda suggests, I gotta take for real, because Brenda Booker Bull is the winner. She's the champion, y'all.
Champion. Oh my goodness, Cynthia Murray.
I got that sister with me. Good morning, Cynthia Murray. How you doing, my sister?
Good morning.
Sharpen your axe.
Sharpen your saw.
Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
Good morning.
Sharpen your axe, girl.
Absolutely.
Sharpen your saw.
Hey, Glenda. Glenda's riding on the freeway with makeup in her pink Cadillac.
Glenda, let's talk again, girl.
Woo-hoo. It's Bill. Bill's here. Happy today, Bill.
Good morning to our friend Bill. Nobody thinks like him still. We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Bill. Good morning to our friend Bill.
Good morning, Bill. What's the word of the day? I didn't see it, or did I miss it? Melissa's on, baby.
I ain't gonna risk it. Bow, 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 bow. Melissa's on. Now it's time for us to sing our song. Melissa's on. Good morning, Miss Melissa Price. Melissa Price, I hope you're having a great week. I want you to have a good weekend and enjoy those Price sisters.
That's right. The sisters are doing it on their own. I said the Price sisters are doing it on their own.
Stephanie Morris is here. And Stephanie, life has new meaning to me.
There's beauty up above,
and things we never take notice of. You wake up and Stephanie, you're in love. Good morning, Stephanie Morris.
And it is Billy Ocean. We listened to it yesterday. I really thought it was Lionel.
I told you.
She even texted me and she thought it was Lionel.
Yeah, both were incorrect.
I know. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany.
Brittany Thomas. It's Brittany.
It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany. It's your time. It's your time. Yeah.
Brittany Thomas, good morning to you. Have you ever had to whip out your jam on somebody before and say, who do you think you are? What? You don't know? This is Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany Thomas. Brittany.
I love it. I love
saw the hand in here somewhere.
Yes, but I think down at
the
bottom.
So Brenda Booker Bull is here because it's tricky to buy a home or sell a home. Don't do it alone. Choose Brenda.
Hey, choose Brenda. Brenda. It's tricky to buy a home, to sell a home. Don't do it alone. Choose Brenda. Hey, choose Brenda. Leanne. It's Leanne.
Time is a wheel in constant motion, always rolling us along. Tell me who wants to look back on those years and wonder where those years have gone. Good morning, Sister Leanne.
Absolutely.
We got Bill.
There's Bill. Bill says today at 6 p.m. on Clubhouse, he has a room, the self-awareness journey and beyond, your relationship with failure.
Good topic.
Follow him at I am William BRWN. I am William BRWN on the Clubhouse.
Why not, man? On Clubhouse, you should have something to offer. Message.
Brittany says Clubhouse can be addictive. Warning, warning, Brian Keith McNeill.
I'm not gonna be on there addictively.
Yeah, I promise you. Promise you.
Promise me what?
Promise you, it is addictive. Melissa says, a way to put that extra song in my rock and roll intro. You're very welcome, Melissa. Glenda says, I am sharpening my saw. Bill says, Clubhouse tip. Have a person, a moderator, have a role of bringing the people to the stage and welcoming people and resetting the room. Absolutely. I have two people that are my go-to moderators, and I've never met either one of them personally, but they are amazing moderators. No, I actually met them through V-Team. I met them through V-Team, yes. Brittany says, I sang my song all the time. That's right.
Good. I like that.
Oh, okay, awesome. That's right. Bill's going to be announcing his new schedule. There's no One Word Conversation show today. So there is a new schedule coming up, and you'll know about it when we do. I love it.
Think about having your own juke joint.
That's right.
You can decide that, you know what? I'm going to change my schedule. The board has just met.
That's right. All of them. All of them.
You know what? You work hard. You deserve a raise. And the board just met. Okay. And the raise, to quote Zig Ziglar, the raise becomes effective as soon as you do.
Message.
I am excited about the day ahead of us. Yesterday, my wife and I did something I thought was pretty smart. We ordered food. Okay. We didn't cook it at the house because we were kind of busy, but we ordered the food, enough food to do 2 meals for us. So we had lunch and dinner of the same thing we ordered on lunch. That saved us a bunch of time. I thought that was a good idea. And today might be another day to do the same thing.
Absolutely. I will be glad. Bill says, I sing my song in the mirror sometimes. That's
Good morning to my friend Bill. That's right, man.
That is so cool. That is so cool. We still don't have songs for us. We've got to come up with songs for us.
It's ridiculous that we don't have songs for
I
ourselves.
know.
Ridiculous.
I have a song that I sing in my head whenever I enter a space, but it doesn't have my name in it.
Doing this?
Mm-hmm.
How long?
5 years.
October 6th, October of 2016. We've been doing this show Monday through Friday. Can y'all believe that?
5 days a week we've been with you. We are in season 5. Season 5.
And we still don't have a Brian and
45.
Lisa song. We still don't have an empowerment duo song. But
y'all need to do it.
When will we do it?
I think if we had an empowerment duo song, we could update the intro and include the empowerment duo song. Kind of like Johnny Carson's song comes in, or what was this? What was the
Carson?
Yeah. So we need a song that kind of brings in the duo.
Not that rhythm.
Not that rhythm, but
but we are, I mean, it's so beautiful. And, you know, one of the things about V-Team, they have a principle, and we have principles too. Our show, we came to the realization early on that we want to talk about just 3 things. We're not on here talking about romance novels, okay? And we don't come in here and talk about gossip. But we do talk about personal conversations,
business information,
and spiritual inspiration.
With a little bit of shenanigans thrown in.
With a little bit of shenanigans. And that fits, you know, those areas fit who we are. who we are as people. And we do have an express ministry. That joke about you don't need a carpet, you need an that joke. You don't need a carpet. You need an So, but we do also have an express ministry. And our express ministry is economic
independence
through
entrepreneurship.
That's it. We want to live our life preaching and teaching the gospel of economic independence through entrepreneurship. We don't believe there's any security in working for someone else.
No.
We believe your security is in a skill set.
Bill, I think you might be on to something. Bill says, Brian, the song that goes through my head when I think of you is Gaining Momentum.
That's it. That's my jam. Okay. Gaining. There it is. Gaining momentum. Yeah. I love that jam.
But we got to find a place to put your name in it.
Yeah. I love gaining momentum. If I got to go give a talk that morning, Lisa know. We prepare for a talk differently, mentally. I like to not talk as much, but I like to hear my jams, though. Okay. And Lisa don't have a problem at all. She can talk all the way up until the time. I can't do that.
It depends. It depends on what I'm talking about. If I'm just going to be teaching, then I can usually, it's just another thing to do. But if I'm going to be preaching, I often think I can talk up to the time, but then I realize that I can't and I shouldn't.
Now that drives me nutty. When I know my wife has to be on, she's about to do something live, and she's still talking to a client like 5 minutes before. I'm like,
that doesn't bother me.
I'm like, girl, get off the phone. You can't be, because I can't do it.
Right.
So I'm putting what I can't do on her.
Right.
You can't talk to clients 30 minutes before you have to present.
Minutes before.
Yeah, you can't do it, baby. Get off the phone. That's what I say to her, y'all.
It's seamless to me in that. Like I said, if I was going to preach, I would need that buffer between it.
I can't.
But if I am going to go from coaching to going live, from coaching to be an interview, from coaching to, I can do that. There's no problem with that.
This is me trying to help my wife and her just not listening.
Right, that part.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Listening.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy, don't listen.
So, I got to tell you guys, and we're going to bring him back on as a guest because you guys need to get this through your head. Cortez Hustle, 8 a.m. right here, the Empowerment Network. You need it for your life. You need it for your business. You need to check him out. He is awesome, and he's giving so much information away for free. And
it's an amazing show. It comes on before our show. He said something else this morning that just kind of made me really feel motivated too. He goes, every hero that you've ever had has been called an idiot and a loser and a failure and stuff.
Sometime, at some point.
Every leader that you ever admire has been called crazy or something. Okay.
Absolutely.
You're crazy to think, Lisa, that you can live your life like that. You must be crazy.
Going back to the stories that we've been watching, think about Kraft and what he was trying to do. Like, what? You're trying to put cheese on the shelf with no refrigeration?
Right.
And then what about Heinz? Like,
he got arrested.
He was ruthless about that thing, about some ketchup, because he saw the innovation when nobody else did. I mean, it's just so much that you can get done if you stop worrying about what everybody else thinks about it.
Get into something right now.
I know.
So much progress happens when people don't care who gets the credit or what other people else
thinks. That's right.
Oh,
that's right.
What other people say holds so many people back.
And I've seen this a couple of times now on Facebook, different people's posts, but it just hit home, I think, yesterday, as I was thinking about the talents and all of that. When God called you into your purpose, it was not a conference call.
It was just you.
That blew my mind when I finally thought about it, because I'm like, oh, what does this person think about that? And what would they say about this? And the consensus is this, and all of these people say that, and you got to do this, and you got to do that. And it's almost like I could see God sitting there and say, Who said that though? Because I didn't say that. And I was talking to you. And I didn't include anybody else on the call.
When the conference call.
It was not a conference call.
Oh! You know, that reminds me, in the men's meeting this past Tuesday, the youngest person that comes to the men's meeting, and he's been coming for many years. He's by far the youngest one. He's like 23, 24, something like that.
Talking about.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I don't say his name.
Okay.
But he came up with an idea for something he wants to do with his life. And the moment it got out of his mouth, blew my freaking mind. I'm like, what a great idea that is. Oh my God. But God, I said to him, when did God give you that idea? He gave it to me for a few days ago or something like that. He said, now look, God gave it to you. He didn't give it to anybody else.
Right.
Okay. So you're the visionary of this great idea. There's going to be others that come and they're not going to see the vision the way you see it. And they'll never be able to see it the way you see it. Okay. They can get close. Okay. If they want to. But you have to stay the visionary. And I want him to stay the visionary because God downloaded that to him, not me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How many things have you missed out? I remember missing out. I shared this with you on my multi-million-dollar idea.
Many.
That that I got when my sons were on the football field.
Mm-hmm.
The hydration pack. Mm-hmm. The hydration pack. It's a simple plastic bag with a straw in it that they wear on their jerseys and goes through their helmet, and they can take a sip while they're playing on the field. And now I seen it. Now I saw it.
I synced it.
I saw it actually in a couple of places. I actually saw it.
You.
I saw you.
But she had the idea and didn't act on it.
Nope.
Now there are lots of them.
Yeah. I saw it on Dick's. Actually, I saw an upgraded version of it on Shark Tank, where they actually modified it and put a cool pack with it and, you know, some other Velcro straps and all kinds of crap. But I mean, it's the same idea. Mm-hmm. Carry some water on yourself. I mean, so many innovative things come that we don't act upon because of fear or because we've allowed ourselves to be talked out of them.
Yes,
by someone else who had nothing to do with the vision or
God gave you.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Well, you know what? Stay tuned right here on the Empowerment Network. Next up on the Empowerment lineup is Coffee Time with Coach Ja. So stay tuned right here. And then at noon, I am going to be having a heart-to-heart conversation with Stephanie. Life has new meaning. Come see. Let's see what we're going to talk about. Meanwhile, you need to have sex.